Hello, let's provide a solution to this nice square root radical equation. We have the square root of k multiplying by square root of k multiplying by square root of k is equal to 2187. Okay, so what is the value of k? What is the value of k? Solution. So we have square root of k multiplying by square root of k multiplying by square root of k. Okay, this is equal to 2187. Okay, so for us to get the value of k, we square both sides. We square both sides as follows. So if we square this, we eliminate the first square root sign, so that we're going to have k multiplying by square root of k multiplying by square root of k. This is equal to 2187 raised to power 2. All right, raised to power 2. All right, so we proceed again. We square both sides. We square both sides, so that you're going to have k raised to power 2. This is k raised to power 2. And then we eliminate the second square root sign, so that you have multiplying by k multiplying by square root of k. This is equal to 2187 raised to power. This is 2 times 2, which is 4. As you can recall, if you have a raised to power n raised to power m, this can be expressed as a raised to power n multiplying by m. All right, now in this case we have k squared multiplying by k. Remember, this is k raised to power 1. As you can see, if you have a raised to power n multiplying by a raised to power m, we can express this as a raised to power n plus m. All right, so that we'll have k raised to power 3 multiplying by square root of k. This is equal to 2187 raised to power 4. Okay, so again, we square both sides. We square both sides. We square both sides, so that we're going to have k raised to power 6. This is k raised to power 6 multiplying by the square root of this k is k. This is equal to 2187 raised to power 4 times 2, which is 8. All right, now as you can see, 2187, we are saying that 2187 can be expressed as 3 raised to power 7. 2187 can be expressed as 3 raised to power 7. Okay, so now again, if you apply this identity, a raised to power n multiplying by a raised to power m, we can express as a raised to power n plus m. We're going to have k raised to power 7. This is equal to 3 raised to power 7 raised to power 8. Okay, so how do we solve for the value of k? How do we solve for the value of k? So remember, we can multiply both signs by 1 over 7. That is k raised to power 7 multiplying by 1 over 7. This is equal to 3 raised to power 7 raised to power 8 multiplying by 1 over 7. Okay, so let's proceed. So we have k raised to power 7 multiplying by 1 over 7. This is equal to 3 raised to power 7 times 8 over 7. So we simplify, so that k is equal to, now if you simplify here, we are going to have 3 raised to power 8. If you say 3 raised to power 8, this is equal to 6561. Okay, so k is equal to 6561. Okay, that's the value of k. Okay, so let's verify if this value of k satisfies the equation. Okay, so as you can recall, if you recall, we end that the square root of k multiplying by square root of k multiplying by square root of k, this is supposed to give us 2187. Okay, and we're saying that 2187 can also be expressed as 3 raised to power 7. All right, now as you can see, we have the square root of k. Okay, for instance, if we have the square root of a, if you have the square root of a, this can be expressed as a raised to power a half. The square root of a can be expressed as a raised to power 2, so that we're going to have the first square root of k, we're going to have k raised to power a half multiplying by k raised to a half, okay, the square root of a half multiplying by a half, again multiplying by k raised to power a half multiplying by a half multiplying by a half. This is the square root of k. We have three square root sign: the first square root sign, the second square root sign, and the third. That's why we have a half times a half times a half, and this is supposed to give us a value of 2187. Okay, now as you can see, we have k raised to power a half, and since this is k raised to power a half multiplying by k, this is a half times a half, which is 1 over 4, multiplying by k, this is a half times a half times a half, which is 1 over 8. This is supposed to give us 2187. Okay, now if we have, for instance, if you have a raised to power n multiplying by a raised to power m, this can be expressed as a n plus m. Okay, so let's apply this format, so that we're going to have, saying that if you have a raised to power n multiplying by a raised to power m, we can express it as a raised to power n plus m. So we have k raised to power half multiplying by k raised to power quarter multiplying by k raised to power 1 over 8. It's supposed to give us 2187. Okay, so now we have k raised to power a half. Now we can add, we had 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. This is essentially supposed to give us 2187. So let's get the LCM of this. So you say 8 divided by 2, this is supposed to give us 4, plus 8 divided by 4, this is 2, plus 8 divided by 8, which is 1 times 1, which is 1. Okay, so that means this is 4 plus 2 plus 1, this is 7 divided by 8. Okay, so we have k raised to power 7 over 8. Okay, this is supposed to give us 2187. Okay, and remember, and if you recall again, k, we are able to calculate the value of k, which is given as 6561, which we can be able to rewrite as 3 raised to power 8. 6561, which you can write as 3 raised to power 8. Okay, so let's substitute the value of k back to our equation. So we'll have 3 raised to power 8 raised to power 7 over 8. This is supposed to give us a value of 2187. Okay, so if we simplify, 8 and 8 simplify, so that we're going to have 3 raised to power 7 is supposed to be equal to 2187. Okay, and it's true, 2187. If you say 3 raised to power 7 is 2187. Okay, which is equal to 2187. Okay, and that's the proof. Okay, so thank you for watching and kindly subscribe.